Hello, and welcome to the Garlic Bread Brigade podcast, episode 11. My name is Mike. I'm here with Sam.
Yo, what up, guys? So, I'd like to start this episode by wishing everyone or those who celebrate, a happy Chinese New Year and a happy Lunar New Year. Yeah,
Woohoo!
and I also want to celebrate it by saying happy, Chinese New Year's to those who are tigers. This year
Yeah,
is the year of the tiger, and yeah, and I also like to wish everyone a wonderful day for those who don't celebrate Chinese or Lunar New Year. Mike and I, we obviously don't celebrate it, but like we like to just like acknowledge it and like take part in their tradition because it's really interesting to see other cultures, traditions, and holidays, and just accept them and acknowledge them and like treat them as like holidays as well.
yeah.
Yeah, I might be
Nick,
going to the city to see like the dragon dance and like get some food, but just because of the world situation, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it this year. But that's what I usually do.
yeah, I mean, usually we go and enjoy their festivities,
Mm. So,
but
Mike, what do you think of the
Chinese New Year's.
Chinese New Year's?
I mean, it's a nice little holiday. People get some money, they go out, do some festivities,
Oh yeah,
enjoy
yeah,
their nights, their
that's right.
weekend.
They like to like wish everyone a great prosperity, I guess, as well.
Yeah, I don't know if all that will be happening this year.
Mm.
Hopefully, it does.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
hope
it's
so
it's a,
too.
it's pretty nice. It's pretty nice, I guess like little thing. People do fireworks. You go watch maybe the dragon dances
Mm.
or people playing music and whatnot.
Yeah.
So it's like a fun little thing, I
Mm.
guess.
Mm. It's tradition.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nice traditional holiday,
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah,
So, Mike, what zodiac sign are you? Because I'm clearly a dragon. Just so everyone is aware, I'm a dragon.
zodiac
Yeah.
sign. Yes,
And what about you?
the year I believe I'm a horse,
A
if I'm not
horse.
incorrect. Yeah,
Horse. So none of us are tigers. So yeah, unlucky there.
it's a big
A
L.
couple more years, maybe we'll become around our zodiac sign.
Yes,
Animal.
yes.
Yep. Yeah. So again, I would like to say wish everyone and like hope you guys have a great holiday. If you are
Yeah,
taking some time off to spend with some of your family, and yeah, or if you're just like it's like if you're in Toronto and you're actually having a huge celebration. Yeah, but I'd also like to wish everyone a fantastic day. You don't
I
have to
mean,
celebrate to have a fantastic and wonderful day.
currently it's a nice Wednesday or Tuesday, depending on where you are.
Hey, it might be Thursday.
I
You
mean,
never
well,
know.
probably it is depending on when
Yeah,
we
when this
upload
video
this.
comes out, we're recording this currently on Wednesday in Australia.
Yep.
Yeah,
At
the
night.
land of the Aussies. Yeah,
The land of losses, yeah.
yeah. Let's discuss some news, some breaking news that came out. We might be teeny weeny little bit late, but yeah. Sony. Let's talk about gaming news. Sony
Yeah.
had decided to, be like, Microsoft, you're not the only one with a bag of money, and acquires Bungie.
Yeah.
Bungie. They want to do some bungee jumping. Yeah.
Totally. Was it for
Nah,
like what?
what? Well, go ahead.
3.8 billion?
3.6 billion.
6?
6 billion.
It's quite a bit.
In Bitcoin, yeah, that's pretty good. No, I'm just kidding. Um,
Jeez.
nah. So no, but yeah, but see, just so everyone's aware, we're gonna just give our thoughts and general opinion, and just so you know, like, if you don't know this, right, this is not in a response to Microsoft purchasing Activision, or it's in response to Microsoft purchasing ZeniMax, Bethesda, Your Mom. Yeah, it's not none of those.
Yes.
Oh no, I'm just kidding. They didn't purchase your mom.
Yeah,
But because deals take a long time. People are like, oh yeah, like Activision buys something. Not Activision, sorry. Microsoft buys Activision, and then Sony's like, oh, we gonna buy, and then they're like, yo, anyone want money? And then Bungie's like, yeah, I do. And then they're like, all right, here you go. That's not what happened.
no,
Like
it
this
doesn't
deal
work
was
like that.
clearly in the works for like I'd say like I think it was reported on like 5-6 months, if I am correct.
Around about 5 to 6 months, yes. If my memory
Yeah,
is
yeah,
serving me
yeah.
correctly.
So let's talk about why. So yeah, so PlayStation wants a development studio that can make the metaverse, and PlayStation wants it. No, I'm joking. PlayStation do not want to enter the metaverse. Nah, but all seriousness. Okay. You know, Sony. So let's talk about like okay, from like let's talk about like Sony's advantage of getting Bungie.
Yeah,
So Bungie is the host to an award-winning, very strong game
yeah,
in Destiny and Destiny 2,
righto.
right? And it's also the developers, original developers. I don't know if they're still there. Um, for
Halo.
Halo.
Yes.
Yep. So yeah, people are like, why would they purchase that? Well, think about this, right? I like you guys think about this. PlayStation has just acquired Destiny, basically, with this within this
Yeah,
framework and everything.
basically.
Even though like Destiny did like not Destiny, even though like Bungie clearly stated that all their games are going to be multi-platform.
Right.
What is this though is that PlayStation have now acquired probably the world's best or well thought out live service game
Right.
currently in the market. Because this game's been supported, I don't know, 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, like Destiny 2. Yeah, it's been out for quite a while
Yeah,
now.
even Destiny 1 was been out. And it's been
Yeah, and
constantly
it's
updated.
yeah, and it's still being currently supported.
Mm.
Yeah.
Because in my head, it makes sense like that Sony has so many first party games, yet Sony does not have a strong enough live service game.
Right. Like
And
it
they're,
doesn't have
yeah,
anything like to I guess like anything that's big enough that's considered something like a live service game.
right.
It's mostly just
Yeah,
single players.
right. And if you're gonna go out and purchase a live service game, might as well go purchase the best live service game.
Yeah, the best one on the market currently. Yeah.
Right. Think about this. All the other top tier live service games, well, I consider them top tier. I'm not. They're not top tier. Okay. And what I mean is top tier. I mean like triple A titles. Just so everyone
Yeah.
understands. Other triple A. Give me a sec to formulate my words. Triple A live service games have pretty much flopped.
Basically, yeah.
Think about it. Battlefield 2042. That's live service, but we can see how it's going.
That's a funny one.
Then you've
I mean,
got
what
like
else is there?
Avengers. Like that's another one.
That flopped. Square
Fallout
Enix.
76. That also
Uh,
flopped.
Bethesda. Um.
Battlefield 5 was pretty bad. And
Yeah.
like the problem with that one was that like its content got like they had planned all this post-release content as live service, and then they just cut it. So like there was so many undiscovered content.
Yeah. Basically, because of
Battlefront, no, Battlefront, like Star Wars Battlefront, they had to cut their like live service.
the original or number two.
Number two. They had to cut
Okay.
their yeah, like as in like they promised like oh yeah it's gonna be live service, but then like 1 year after it, I think it's one or like maybe 2 years after release, they just stopped it. Especially since it was getting on the highs and it was actually gonna be better. They just said all right, we're not gonna add any more content.
Yeah.
So it's like if you are going to go purchase out a live service publisher, you went and purchased Bungie. It's like it makes the most sense.
Yeah. I mean, it's the most successful. It's the one that has worked thus far.
Mm.
Might as well go get them.
Right.
Yeah.
But like it's also stated that like PlayStation, I don't know how they're gonna do it. May use their like I don't know. I'm just speculating here because of what I'm
Sure.
saying, right?
Yeah.
PlayStation may use the ideas and information, all the stuff that Bungie has, in order to make another live service IP.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
That's
So like
being
yeah.
kind of
So like maybe PlayStation doesn't actually like publish on Bungie like a live service IP. Maybe they do their own, or to make it. I don't know if they're gonna do their own, or maybe they'll do like you know what I mean,
right.
some sort of yep.
I'm assuming they might just
Maybe they do publish it
get.
under Bungie. I don't know. But what I'm saying is they get the knowledge that Bungie has to help them on their live service.
Yeah, it might be like a joint thing.
Mm,
Like they might
mm.
get Bungie and maybe some other studios to kind of work on a live service game.
Right,
Right. Yeah.
exactly. But like it's just like they're gonna build off that knowledge that Bungie has.
Yeah. They're gonna use that. What
Mm.
what Bungie has to their advantage to, I guess, like push them forward.
Right, exactly.
So it's not like Battlefront or Battlefield 2042
Yeah, so
or
that won't
Fallout.
happen, right?
Yeah.
Now you might be wondering, like, well, um, why did Sony need this? Well, think about this. Sony has some like amazing um
Single
triple
player
A
games.
single player games.
Yeah.
Horizon,
God of
God
War,
of War,
Spider Man,
Spider-Man. Yes, that's another one. Ghost
Ghost
of
of Tsushima.
Tsushima. Yeah. All these top tier games. They don't need another top tier game, right? Like these
What?
games drop and they make pretty much bank. They make the money that they pay to create the product.
Yeah, they profit off it
Yeah,
basically.
they profit. They do, but like think about this. Uh, that's not long-term sustainable profit, right?
No, that's short
Yeah,
term.
exactly. So what happens is all the money that let's say you get from Destiny now, Destiny 2, uh, all these other uh, games or live service that you can create will generate revenue, consistent revenue that
Right,
Sony may use to bolster their other first-party studios.
right.
So,
Like,
like, instead of
yeah,
investing, like, let's say, a bill into making the next God of War, they can invest 1.5 bill.
yeah.
Like, it's just like what I'm speculating.
That's just like a
Yeah,
metric,
I'm
but yeah,
just throwing numbers. Don't believe me. It's like probably not 1 bill.
yeah,
Yeah. Instead of them just like being only able to afford a certain amount, they can increase their market capacity and market share price and all this stuff. Not market share. What am I saying? Increase their prices that they can afford to spend. You know.
like their budgets basically for
Exactly.
each project.
Yeah,
It's
and
like,
then maybe they get some leftover money. They chuck it this way
what do you mean chuck it this way?
and chuck it into Garlic Bread Brigade to make it the most successful. You never know.
You never know. Maybe
Maybe tomorrow I get a contact from Sony.
get a contact from Sony tomorrow.
Oh yeah. Oh, whoops. Sorry.
Really.
I signed an NDA. I can't talk about that. No, I didn't sign anything. Don't worry, guys. I'm just trolling. Yeah. So that's just what I think, right? I'm like, I think this is what we both have like some sort of similar idea,
Yeah,
right? Now, let's talk about Bungie. I think we both read that Bungie wanted to be in. I heard somewhere like entertainment, not just a gaming industry, somewhere along those lines.
like they want to go
Well, it
more in
didn't
like the
specifically say
showbiz.
movies or show, right? But it said
Yeah,
entertainment. So
mm,
entertainment includes these two,
which Sony is,
which Sony has. Like
basically,
Sony has the
yeah,
capabilities. Yep. So like again, you can profit off that if you're Bungie and if you're Sony.
yeah. So
So
it's not like a one-way thing. It's not like Sony's just benefiting. It's also Bungie because
yeah,
they want
but
to
like
do,
Sony also benefits because they get the IP of
yeah,
Destiny that
Destiny,
they can use to make a movie. You know what I mean?
right?
Which they can
And
we both profit off. But like yeah,
yeah,
exactly yeah.
which will, if this is correct, if they're gonna have some type of service for movies or shows, it would probably be exclusive to that.
Yeah.
If that's correct, because that's all still like speculative and
Yeah,
whatnot.
because we don't know if like PlayStation are gonna do something.
Yeah, we don't know. They most likely. I mean,
Mm.
we might hear something tomorrow about it.
Yeah,
You never
maybe we'll
know.
discuss that in the next bit
Yeah,
before we
next bit.
discuss
Yeah,
like yes, because there is a state of play.
tomorrow currently, or for us tomorrow when we're recording this one.
Yeah, I don't know if it's early. We might not be able to watch it. I'll just watch the highlights or something.
Yeah, we'll watch what we'll just watch, see what happens.
Yeah,
Basically, it doesn't have to be live.
yes. But before we jump into that, so I want to talk about other people's like thoughts all over Twitter and the internet, right?
Right.
Because people are like, this is obviously a reaction to Microsoft purchasing Activision and Microsoft purchasing ZeniMax. Do not believe any of that.
I don't think it is. No. I mean, because you could tell. I mean, Bungie for the last like couple months, like for instance with Destiny, when DLC releases, it's like first on PlayStation and stuff like that.
Yes,
It's
yes,
they've
but
been they
that's
have
they
a
had a close
relationship.
connection, yes.
Yeah,
But remember, they were under Activision and they were restricted,
yeah.
and then like Activision wanted to push out Destiny 2, and then like they didn't want to put. Activision might wanted to push out Destiny 3, but they don't want to. That's why they went our separate ways. That's what I
Ways.
believe.
Yeah, but now
And
they're getting, I
yeah,
guess,
and then
under new
also on top
management
of that,
again.
like they wanted to sell. Like there was a point where I heard that rumors was that Bungie actually was trying to sell back to Microsoft as well, but Microsoft
Yes,
just
yes, I
didn't
did
want.
hear about that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so clearly this isn't just a purchase. It's not like a haha, like I one upped you, and then you're like haha, I one upped you back, but like the one up wasn't as good. You know what I mean?
No, it's more so like a more calculated
Well,
kind of thing.
it's no, it's like
Planned,
it
I
just
guess.
happened. It just like it's like when I
What
say it
happened
happened.
over time?
No, no. What I mean is like it just happened to come out at the time that
Oh, like
yeah, close time. You know what I mean?
that's what you mean. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So imagine it
It's
came out one.
coincidence.
Oh, yeah, it's just a coincidence. Exactly. It just happened. You know what I mean? It
I mean,
just
it's not
happened around
even
this time. Imagine if it came out like 3 months later. Like, would we still say it's that, or would we say, you know what I mean?
a. Hmm. I
Because
mean,
if two things come out like close, you think, oh, like you know what I mean? It just makes
technically,
the sense. It just makes sense. It's like imagine this. I want you to imagine this, right?
yeah, sure.
It's like imagine this, right? You've got two kids. One guy goes buys a toy, and then the next day the kid goes and buys another toy, right? The
Yeah,
same toy probably, or like similar toys. Then you sit there, you're like, well, that kid obviously bought it because he got jealous of the other kid buying it, right?
right.
But if one kid goes and buys it, and then like we say like 6 7 months later, this kid goes buys it, right? We won't say that this kid bought it because of that, right? Because of
Yeah,
jealousy, you know what I mean? So this like people like what I see is like everyone's reaction is that PlayStation did it because Microsoft did this.
yeah. I mean, that's kind of like a
Well, yeah, Sony did
like
it
some
because
people's initial reaction, I'd say maybe.
right, and then the next
Yeah,
reaction is like, well, this isn't like worth anything. You know what I mean? Think about this, right? It's 3.6 billion, right?
right.
And then like ZeniMax was like 7 point something billion, right?
Yes.
But with that, you're purchasing multiple studios under ZeniMax, and you're purchasing multiple IPs.
Yeah.
With the Bungie one, you're only purchasing one IP. So is it worth like half the price for pretty much one thing, while like Activision doubled the price instead of getting two, they got loads of things. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. I mean, when you put it in perspective like that, it doesn't seem like it is worth it.
Right. Like,
But if they have something like some kind of plan of some kind,
mm.
it may be worth it in the end. But currently, it doesn't seem like it's worth the price.
Right, I agree with you
Yeah.
on that, right? And then on top of the fact that they didn't make it, how do you say? They didn't make it exclusive. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's like it's still on all platforms. Everyone's gonna have it still.
Right, right. But see,
Yeah.
this is why I think this is what people need to understand, right? Just from what I'm saying, because this is what I see on like the internet.
Yeah. Twitter.
I want people to understand this, right? It's that ZeniMax and Activision Blizzard King, right, were two failing companies.
Right.
So you think about this,
Or maybe on the decline. Let's say like
right? On the
declining.
decline, right?
Yes.
And you've got like shit leaders that were never going to pay their worth, right? Think about them.
Right.
Like, in my opinion, in my honest opinion, I do not think that ZeniMax is worth seven bill.
No, I don't think it's. I don't think
I
so
don't even
either.
think like Activision Blizzard's worth like six. What was it like 70?
68
68
billion.
bill.
Yeah.
I think like for me, ZeniMax is worth like what, like probably around Destiny, like 3 4 bill. That's what I'd say.
Yeah, I'd probably agree with that.
And then like for Activision, I'd say maybe like 30 40 bill. I don't think it's worth 70 bill.
I'm not. I'm not sure because
Maybe up and down a bit, but like yeah. But what I'm
they have
saying
high
is
selling IPs.
these
That's why.
guys would not have sold unless Microsoft or Sony, right, at the time who was like offering, because those are the two biggest companies. You're not going to see another like holder like Nintendo come and purchase them, right?
No.
No, right.
Yeah.
At the
It's either
time, right?
Sony or
Sony
Microsoft,
by
basically.
Microsoft, right? These
Yeah.
guys were never going to be like, all right, look, we're a failing company, right? And we know that our head guys are both jerks, right?
Right.
Because if they were not jerks, we would not be a failing company, right? And these guys are not gonna accept a deal like a lower, like, you know what I mean, an actual worthwhile deal. Imagine if Microsoft came out and be like, oh hey, you want to purchase this? They would be like, no, and then they would just kept it running to the ground.
Yeah, basically.
Think about this, like the whatever it's called, like bill that like they paid for, like uh Z- Zenimax, right? I don't think
Right.
like their boss actually got fired, but they get like a huge payout. You know what I mean? Just for that purchase.
Yes,
Hell,
most
like
definitely.
Bobby Kotick, who's the most hated member in gaming industry, who is the
Currently, yeah.
world's biggest piece of shit. World's biggest piece of shit. Like far more worse than like any other piece of shit like I've ever seen in the world, right?
Right.
At least like with some people like cool pieces of shit like is like respect the human rights. Those other guys like pieces of shit will probably like, I don't even know any other example, but you know what I mean. This guy doesn't
Yeah.
accept you. Are you serious? Right? This guy probably only accepted the deal, like the Activision, like not Activision. What am I keep saying? The Microsoft accepted because of the fact that he knew that he was gonna get fired. Like even if Microsoft did not do anything, right, the number's gonna get higher, right? That he was gonna get fired, right?
Right.
Then this guy's like, all right, I'm gonna try and scrap as much money as I can before I leave. This guy
Basically.
wasn't gonna be like, all right, how much is my company worth? I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna just keep scrapping. So he's like, no, like probably in discussion, like, no, I think we need more money, more. And my girl's like, we can't pay more than that. He's like, all right, fine, I'll accept that. Because this guy gets like what, like a $250,000, was it like 250
$250 million
million
dollar
million dollar like
like a
parachute?
layoff kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm saying, like, when you think about it, like if Bungie was failing, I think PlayStation would pay over to get them.
Right.
Right? But like, no, wait. Actually, let me scratch that.
Or would it be the other
No,
way?
no, no. Let me scratch that. PlayStation would pay over if Bungie was failing and they had a shit like leader,
Right.
because they were failing of leadership. It's not because they were failing off the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not because they're failing. Because like, imagine if their game was unsuccessful and they're failing, not because of like a leader issue, right? Then
Yeah, if it was
PlayStation could
just
buy it for a cheaper price, right?
right, yeah.
But if they're failing because of a leadership issue, obviously the guy wants to get paid out huge. And he makes like a jerk, you know what I mean? He's like, no, the game is still doing fine. Everyone knows. It's like what Battlefield says. What am I saying? Battlefield says, right? They said, they were like, oh yes, we believe that at the time of shipping, like we, like obviously know that this game is like a great game, and it was obviously a piece of shit, right?
Right, yeah.
Yeah, it's like the company will say that they'll be like, oh yeah, no, everything is fine, everything's fine. We know, we can see it. You know what I mean? They try to increase. So
Say
no, it's not.
face.
What? Yeah,
I mean,
exactly, exactly.
imagine if they admitted their stock price would plummet,
It's not only their stock price will plummet, right?
or the
It means
reputation would also go. Like, yeah,
they would like basically like when they admit something, right? Right, you know what I mean?
yeah,
It's like, oh, the publics are, well, like you're admitting it's a terrible culture. I'm not gonna pay you 70 bill, sorry.
yeah,
Exactly. So like, yeah, obviously like the 70 bills because of like they've got so many other companies as well and like so much money in them. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Successful, right? But what I'm saying is like, you put it in perspective, like Bungie's, if like any of these companies are failing because of its games, right? I think they get all three of these companies get like for a cheaper price. You know what I mean? Because
yeah,
like they're
most
failing for
definitely.
management, and the management is like dickhead and wants to earn money. They will try and raise it as much and lie as much and save face as much. You know what I mean?
Right.
Which is like Bobby Kotick and Todd Howard. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Obviously, Todd Howard's gonna stay on as
I mean,
thing.
yeah. If you compare Todd Howard to like Bobby, he's
Yeah,
like
Todd Howard's like
10 times
nothing
better,
compared to
basically.
Bobby. It's like
Yeah.
comparing like well, I don't have any comparison, but you know what I mean. It's like comparing Obi-Wan to Anakin, basically.
Um, yes. I don't know. I don't know. It's like a kind of a weird comparison. I
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
know.
Don't worry, I just threw it out there because like you know what I mean. But in actual fact, they're both like dickheads. You know what I mean?
They're just both greedy, but one is like
Exactly.
10 times worse,
Yeah,
basically.
yeah. But what I'm saying is because Bungie doesn't have any of that, it's not failing because of its games, and it's not failing because it's management, right?
Yeah.
Sony just pays them what they're actually worth.
Hmm. Yeah. True.
Now, are they worth 3.6 bill?
Not really.
No,
If you no.
no, clearly not. No. But why do you think they paid 3.6 bill? I think, right?
Well, like the potential they could get out of it.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking like PlayStation might have been like, all right, look, right? If we don't offer them a good deal, they go to another company because they went to Microsoft, obviously.
They went to them first, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So like, if they went to another company, that means that like if PlayStation doesn't make this deal happen, they'll go to somewhere else, right? So you have to pay
Yeah,
a bit over, right?
right.
Unlike like what's good, unlike the other two that I mentioned, like they knew that like if they don't accept the deal, like no one's gonna offer them a deal. You know what I mean?
Basically, no,
Right.
yeah.
And then the second thing is like with this PlayStation deal, this next thing, right? Well,
Yeah,
before we go into that, let me just discuss Microsoft. Like, you know what I mean? Microsoft one more time with with their two purchases.
sure.
We are about to witness I think the purchase of of like ZeniMax actually first take shape because Starfield's gonna come out. So we'll see
Yes.
how that goes, right?
Yeah, probably. I wouldn't be surprised if it's a good game, to be honest.
No,
At this rate.
I think it might be good, right?
Because I feel like after the fiasco with Fallout 76, I feel like they haven't released a game since then.
Right, right. But like,
If I'm not
think about this,
wrong.
right? I'm gonna compare this, right?
Yeah,
I think, and I 100% believe, right?
right.
The PlayStation purchase, right?
Yeah.
Or not PlayStation, Sony's purchase, right? Of Bungie will take into effect faster than Microsoft's two other purchases.
Oh yeah, because I mean, you're purchasing tons. I would like let's say tons of IPs, for instance.
But it's not
It'd
because
be
of not because of what you're saying.
then why would you?
Okay, because think about this. What you're about. Finish your point, so I know. But I 100% believe it's not what your reason. Just go ahead, say it.
Well, I mean, I was gonna say because I mean, for instance,
Mm.
I mean, we just said Bethesda's about to release a new IP,
Yes, yes.
and they took what a good 2-3 years just to
Yep,
do it,
yep.
and they still have another. I mean, they still have something in the back burner, but it's nowhere near done.
Right,
Like
right.
Elder
Okay, okay.
Scrolls.
But like, okay, this is what I'm trying to get at, right?
What?
Okay, look at this, right? Now I'm gonna give you a scenario.
Sure.
Sony, PlayStation, or whatever
Right.
purchases Bungie, right?
Right.
They leverage the resources from Bungie to make their own what's it called live servers, all and then Bungie might use leverage their uses. What's it called to make whatever the shift or whatever. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
the movies, whatever, right?
Yeah.
At the same time, they're keeping going with Destiny, right?
Right.
So you can see how like everything happens, right? Now,
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about now.
all right. Well, what is it?
I have a feeling I have a feeling
Okay, I
like
want to
for
hear.
instance
Yeah,
if for Activision well you're gonna have to change a lot of like how it works
exactly,
around.
exactly, right?
Yeah, now I understand what
Because
you
like
mean.
think
Yeah.
about this. In like Activision Blizzard King or whatever, right? King's like I think is doing fine, right?
Yeah, it's almost like its own separate kind of thing.
Right, right,
It's
right, right.
yeah.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is like that. Think about this. Microsoft has purchased these companies, right?
Right.
And we say like it's a monopolization, right? But like most pretty much everyone's happy with these purchases, right?
Yeah.
Because like, okay, yeah, if you're a PlayStation, if you're like a Sony fan or like a Microsoft fan, you're happy with these purchases because like the games are shit.
Basically,
The
yeah.
games are shit. You know what I mean? So having a new management would fix everything. You know what I mean?
Right.
Right, right. So anyway, you know what I mean? Now, obviously, if the games are shit, like I'm happy they were purchasing because like it was either one way or another, right? Think about this. It was either if the management does not change, if they're not purchased or anything, that company was gonna be destroyed. There is no
It's
way
gonna go
around it, right?
bust. Yeah.
Right? You'd see all the games gone.
Basically, yeah.
Unless like Bobby Kotick leave, but Bobby Kotick will not leave unless he's purchased, which what happened. And it's probably the same with ZeniMax. You know what I mean?
Right.
Right. You know what I mean? That's probably what happens. But what I'm saying is like, okay, yes, Microsoft. Do you have info on like if Sony's deal already like is started from when they purchased? Because what I know is Microsoft is in a
Yeah.
transitional
Okay.
period.
Let me double check that actually.
But
That's
let
actually a
me
good
just
point.
keep talking about this, okay?
Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead.
So Microsoft like and like please comment like when if you think I made a mistake or something.
Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead.
Microsoft purchased it and there's this transition period. But you think like for Bobby to leave It needs the transition needs to finish. That's when like Bobby finally gets lost. So who the hell knows what Bobby is doing, even though he's under the watchful eye of Microsoft. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like who the hell knows what he's doing? You know, hey, you might be under the watchful eyes, but this guy's still doing random shit. You know what I mean? Oh, sorry about that. I
Right.
think I hiccuped. I don't know if you picked it up.
I mean, I heard of it.
Yeah,
Eh.
maybe. But you know what I mean? Like who the hell knows? Like you won't know until like you know what I mean?
Hmm.
Pretty much. But like I said, it happened. You know what I mean? Not it happened.
Right.
What am I saying? What am I saying? Sorry, I'm having a bad time with words. Yep, that's what I want. Um, until it happens, until like the actual change happens, the way it changes. But like, think about this: you not only got to remove Bobby Kotick, you got to remove the other one, like Townsend. I don't remember the first name. You've got to remove like probably hundreds of employees. You know what I mean?
Just to get it
Just
like
to, just to remove
rolling.
all the bad problems. Because think about it,
Yeah.
just removing Bobby is not going to solve the issue. You know what I mean? You remove
Right.
Bobby, you remove all the people who are doing the job, like the HRs and stuff. You know what I mean? It's the same with it's the same with Zenimax, right?
Right.
But the only difference with Zenimax was like I don't know if there was like I really don't know if like massive mistreatment or like it was overclocking. You know what I mean? If was it both, like was there mistreatment or was it like they
In
were overworking?
ZeniMax,
Zenimax
I
is the interesting
guess
one because they still got to remove people, but it's not as much as Activision's one, right?
I guess there's no like there's nothing kind of going wrong.
Right. I just
It's more so they were just
yeah,
like
their action
before
was
our
terrible,
Sony
right?
Six, they weren't like they weren't doing it correct. You know,
Okay, yeah.
management was going wrong,
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
so
so
it's kind
like
of
all
like
these
a bit of a
management has to
shake
be
up, I
changed,
guess.
both of these, right?
Right.
And these two companies had to be shaked up, right? Whereas what's it called? Not Ubisoft, Bungie, right?
Yeah.
Does not have to be shaken up. They can just continue. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why I'm saying you will see the impact of believe Bungie faster than you will see the impact of both Microsoft's and no Microsoft. Why do I keep saying Microsoft? Like, sorry, you'll see the of like Activision Blizzard and you'll see ZeniMax, right?
Yeah.
Think about this. The purchase was ages ago, and we're just seeing their first game release. You know what I mean?
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, that's like it's
Because that's a thing with Bethesda. They when they take their time, they can do something good. But like,
yeah,
I
but
mean,
think
but
about
the
think
latest
about
release kind of really like
yeah, but think about this.
showed how bad it can
Like
get.
think about this, right?
Yeah.
On their last like how do you say it? You know what I mean? Their last whatever the what like their last span of time, right? Or since the
Yeah.
purchase, right? Not the whole time the development, right? You're cleaning
Yeah.
management, and then you have to change management, and you have to get the management to like you show the vision, all that. So you're changing management, right? So probably the
Right.
same with Activision Blizzard. You're doing all that like managerial stuff and getting rid of all the bad seeds, so that like develop like all these periods not going to be development time. You know what I mean? I don't think it's going to take like the transitional period for it to finish. I think it'll take like at least we will not see anything till 2024. I believe we won't see anything until 2024.
From like what Bethesda.
Activision Blizzard.
Oh, I could. I mean, we won't see any changes yet since basically, I guess late 2023 or
Yeah, I know,
2024.
but late 2023 because like remember Bobby's still there until like the transitional period finishes, right?
But
And the guy
basically
legit
mid
says that he
2023.
wants to stay there if they need extra help throughout this period, like on top of like the. Are you serious? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was said like, hey, bro, no, we don't want you. You know what I mean? So you got that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
On top of like, are you serious, bro? Are you serious? You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like no, right? Okay, just so you guys know,
Just
like we might be ranting too much, but like it's just we're passionate gamers. We want to see games succeed. You know what I mean?
just to let you know,
Yep.
I
Wait.
tried searching
Mhm.
regarding
Mhm.
if Sony like gave
Mhm.
a date. They haven't. The
Mhm.
only thing
Mhm.
is Bungie's tweet. It says our journey begins today.
Okay. Cool. Okay.
So maybe it's already owned, but I
Yeah,
don't know. I have no idea.
maybe, yeah. But
Yeah.
like I said, okay, yeah. But like I said, I'm just talking too much. Ranting about because of the fact that like we're
Well,
passionate gamers.
yeah,
We
passionate.
just want to see games. You
We
know what I
want
mean?
the games to be the best as
Yeah,
possible.
exactly. I don't care like
Yeah.
if like some of the games like Xbox because I don't have an Xbox, so I might not play games that Xbox exclusive. But like just seeing them, I'm like, all right, cool. That's cool. At least those players who have it, or you know what I mean, like
Yeah.
got a good game. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm just
I mean,
saying.
let's hope Starfield's good.
Yeah,
I mean, because
that's
that's going to be the
like
first
yeah, like
exclusive.
yeah. I guess we're gonna have a look. What is it actually Xbox exclusive?
I'm pretty sure it is. I
Oh, I thought
mean,
that
is
was like
it?
PlayStation as well.
Alright, let me double check that now. But
No,
I'm
no,
assuming it
it's all
is.
good, it's all good. But anyway, like I said, like you know what I mean. Yeah, but like yeah. Is there any last comments you want to say about like this?
Um, I mean, Sony has a plan. I am assuming for their
Sony and Microsoft
purchase.
have a turn. There's no
Yeah,
way
both have a
for you
plan.
to get a purchase.
I feel like so I guess how can I say it? I feel like with Xbox side, I feel like they since they've owned Bethesda for a bit more, I feel like their plans a bit more, I guess, are like kind of happening. Whilst with Activision, it's going to take quite a bit longer. Maybe like as we said, until 2024, until we see
Mm.
any major changes.
Yep.
But other than that, that I mean, we've kind of mentioned all we've wanted to talk about. I guess.
I do want people to know that like this doesn't mean like it's not like we're not going into console wars. Like no one gives a shit about the
No,
console
no,
war.
no, no.
But like
No one cares anymore.
it's not about like yeah
We just want the games to be good,
what
man.
like yeah, it's not about okay. I want just like it's not. I see like it's not about like this deal was the best deal that PlayStation get because of like how Xbox happened. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Because think about it, if PlayStation wanted to do what Xbox would have done, right? Which they could have just said like, all right, let's make exclusives. So they didn't do that because they're trying to
Yeah.
bolster live service and like. But okay,
Well,
now like another important thing
wait.
before like the final what's up?
So Starfield is exclusive to
Okay.
Xbox and PC.
Mm.
Yeah. So it is going to be there first from Bethesda.
Okay, yeah. So this is what I want to quick mention.
Sure. Go ahead.
PlayStation did say that they're looking for more acquisitions.
They did. Yes, they did mention that
Mm.
ever so
And
briefly.
look, we've got more failing companies. We've got Ubisoft.
If we got, we
We've
got
got Ubisoft.
EA.
You've got EA. You've got Dice. EA and
Yeah.
Dice. You've got You've got what is it called?
What? So Square Enix.
Square Enix. Yeah, you've got those like these. Okay, they might not be failing as bad at Activision, but like if you want to fix some of these, come on, like you know what I mean. Maybe Microsoft does also buy some, but I'm like I don't mind who buys what.
Yeah.
Look,
I mean,
if you're against monopolization, Sony should be the one who buys. You know what I mean? But like again, like I don't care who buys it as long as like they fix their games. You know?
basically, who's like you got EA and Ubisoft are like the worst, I guess, out of the three, and then Square Enix is alright, but it's like
Not the best.
I don't know.
Not the
This the
best.
CEO mentioning NFTs or in the
Yeah, not the
metaverse.
best. Anyone who mentions NFT are like, ooh, Sega, Sega.
Sega.
I mean, Sega did say like, oh yeah, they were hinting at Xbox so much.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Um,
Uh, yeah. Okay. No, but okay. Next.
State of play.
While we let's talk about the state of play. We did mention it briefly.
Yeah. Ever so
Now,
briefly.
if you notice that they are have begin in the integration of Discord. I got the notification like legit just before recording this. So
Yep.
we are having an integration. It's just a slow integration into different countries. So that's new. I hope they
Yeah.
might
So
discuss that in the state of play. So yeah, so just so we know, because we just jumped in, we want to give some predictions and what do you think gonna happen? No, I'm just telling the audience.
Oh yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
No.
Now,
Okay.
okay. Now I'm for my predictions, right?
Right.
I think they will discuss the Discord, right?
Yes, I believe so too.
Yep. Do you think that they're gonna announce something like a Game Pass?
Ooh.
Do you think because like they did
There's an
acquire
opportunity.
right, Game Pass or like a combination of like the anime bundle, movie bundle Game Pass that was like tweaked, like not tweaked, like
I mean, when you
yes,
think about it, I think they could because they have everything ready. Technically,
okay,
they have
and
the
then
game. They have the first party games.
mm,
They have the anime. They have both what Funimation and Crunchyroll.
Crunchyroll, but then they've got their
And
own
then
movie, right? Library, right?
they do have this thing that they're doing it that's currently in Poland only, where it's
Mm,
like its own like movie streaming kind of service thing,
yeah.
where you can watch like Sony movies.
Mm,
But since they just got, as we mentioned, Bungie, and they're interested in making other things like movies or
mhm.
shows,
Mhm.
it would be maybe a good starting point to mention it or tease it, if
Mm,
anything. Yeah,
mm.
I mean. it'd be. I mean, it'd be. Look, if they wanted to really jab Microsoft, like after they just bought Activision, it'd be now to do that. You know what I mean?
Right, right.
That would be a jab, an
Okay.
actual jab, if you
See,
want, if
because
you could
that's
say.
what. See, so me, those are like some of the things that I'm predicting, and then I'm predicting Horizon
Yeah,
gameplay. That's
Forbidden
pretty
West.
much
Yeah,
all I'm predicting. I don't. And obviously, you can't go in prediction. Maybe some games. Maybe we hear some new announcements, new IPs.
maybe new
Maybe.
IPs, maybe some more about the whatchamacallit, Elden Ring, since it's really close to being
Yeah, but that's
released.
more of Bandai. Do you think? Wouldn't you think Bandai would have something? Like,
Bandai, the next time Bandai does something,
do you
I
think
don't know.
Bandai gave PlayStation, hey, show Elden Ring? Because Elden Ring's not a PlayStation first. Like, you know what I mean? It's not a
Ye-
PlayStation. It's like, do you kind of get what I'm saying?
I guess.
See, because those, okay, yeah, but like, okay, other than Elden Ring, those are those things. We
Yeah,
think the Discord. We think we're going to discuss maybe Bungie's acquisition. We think that they're going to talk about maybe some sort of Game Pass, anime bundle, movie bundle, and then of course there is games. There is
yeah,
probably games. We think there's going to be Horizon, and we think there's going to be new IPs or other games. You know what I mean?
sure, yeah.
Those are what I'm thinking, and then obviously anything else. Like, do you have any other ones to add on? Maybe do you know any?
I
Do you
just
think
remembered
they'll
last time they teased
go ahead?
Spider Man. Maybe
Yeah, but
we
that
could see a
still
bit
falls
more.
on the games. Do you think
But
anything
yeah,
outside of games? Outside of games? Do you think?
outside of games, for Sony,
Mhm.
if anything, like them telling people maybe this is I don't know. I'm not expecting this at all,
Mhm.
but it'd be funny if they say Spider-Man: No Way Home is releasing on Blu-ray on this day. But I don't know. That'll be just fun being funny. But other than that, I don't think. I think that we kind of hit the mark for the most part.
Do you think they
Yeah.
discussed the VR though?
Oh yeah, because they did. The last time they talked about it, there was the VR2.
Yeah, but do you
Yeah,
think they will discuss because VR
because they
two?
did have its own thing. They did have its own thing for it, and they had like they did had like a Horizon VR game.
Yeah, but do you think they will show that? Like, that's just a question. Do you think?
Maybe they'd advertise it.
All right.
I mean, maybe because it's already been shown off, and it's like it's. I'm pretty sure its specs are out,
Okay. Okay. I'm just saying. I'm
but I'm
just
not
saying.
sure.
I've got no clue. I've got no clue.
Because to be honest, I haven't looked 100% into the
Mhm.
VR, like the second VR thing. Because I don't know, VR is still kind of new,
Yeah. Yeah.
even though it's
You're
been out
right.
for
You're
years
right.
now. But yeah,
VR is
I don't
like, yeah, like the metaphor. No, I'm joking.
know.
Probably the
Fair
Zuck is
enough.
watching.
Who? What?
The Zuck. He might be watching.
The
He's like,
Zuck
VR two. Hold up.
VR
Metaverse. No, I'm joking.
shift the metaverse. He probably would. I wouldn't be surprised. That'll be the review at the end. The metaverse on the VR too.
That'd be wild.
Oh, that'd
Okay.
be
And now
funny.
that we'll go out of the for games. Let's think prediction for games.
What games have we not seen in a while?
Okay. So you said Spider Man.
I would like to see Spider-Man. That'd be nice.
What, Wolverine? Hugh Jackman Wolverine. I think
Oh
he's coming.
yeah, they did. Oh, you just reminded me of that. Oh, ooh, I'd like to see that, man. I
I mean,
like
cause
Wolverine. I like
yeah,
that.
so would I. But like, my question is like, I can't guess any new IPs. Like, I can't just sit here and just say, yeah, they're gonna have this. Like, I don't know.
How about
So I'm just
what's those
guessing old
two?
stuff that was teased that we will see more. So Horizon, obviously.
Yeah.
Um,
I haven't seen these two games recently. There's the two DC games, Gotham Knights, and then the Suicide one. I haven't seen those in a while. Do you
those
reckon
are
we could see
PlayStation.
something? I think those are just everything,
Okay, but you think they might be showing
but
it to PlayStation?
they might just show something for it because I
Hmm,
mean, Gotham Knights, we haven't seen anything since I think like the last year's DC thing,
maybe,
DC
maybe.
Dome or whatever.
But do you think
Yeah,
they'll save it for DC, like the next DC?
I mean they usually do it towards the end, like for like November,
So you're
not
thinking because it's
maybe
gonna
mid,
release this year, you think like PlayStation might shoulder?
maybe.
Okay.
I don't know
No,
when it
that's
exactly
a fair
releases, but
assumption.
yeah.
That's a fair assumption. I got
Yeah.
nothing wrong with that. Yeah, that's a fair assumption.
Do you know any? Do you think any other
Do you
games?
think they'll show off my mom? No, I'm joking. Uh,
Sure. What?
your mom, I said.
What, brother?
No, I'm
Yeah,
joking.
maybe.
No, I'm just messing with you.
Well, I don't know what
I'm
else.
trying to think. Yeah, I've got nothing else.
Because they did show off, like, because since last time Sony, when they had their thing, they kind of just showed off everything they had, like every first like party game, and
Right.
they
But like,
teased
think
some other
about this.
things.
I can't just sit here and it's like, oh, tomorrow they're gonna show off this new IP. I've got no clue, fam.
Maybe they'll show some indie games. They sometimes like to sprinkle those in.
Yeah, but like,
So, yeah,
see, anything new that we have not seen like anything for, I can, just, you know what I mean? I can't just be
yeah,
like, oh yeah, they're gonna show off this and this. Like, I don't know the names of the games.
yeah.
Maybe Sony hit me up yesterday and you don't know. But like, no, I'm just messing with you. But yeah,
Oh no, I'm just excited for it. See what they.
do you know how long is it? It's an hour or like?
I've only seen like one post regarding it, and then that's it. But I don't know how long it's gonna go for. Let me actually double check.
Hmm,
PS top plays.
hmm.
I'm gonna assume it goes for an hour because that's how it usually goes for.
Okay. Now,
Um,
fair enough.
Let me check this article, see if it has anything.
Fair enough. But
It
like,
says the show will focus specifically. Oh, interesting. On Gran Turismo 7. Oh, so that's great.
oh,
Expect
okay.
30 minutes of new PS5 footage and gameplay details this week. Okay, so we've basically been absolutely wrong. That's great to hear.
So it's gonna be Gran Turismo. Yes. Yes, guys. That's what we said the whole time. Yes.
Oh,
We pretty much
we
like
are
trolled
very
you.
smart.
Yes. Where'd you find that on the internet?
I just searched it off. That's kind of
Are you sure that's what they said? Like, I thought you were telling me all day. You're like, oh, there's gonna be hype. Yeah, it's gonna be hype. Like,
I mean, that's
they're into the Switch.
I didn't know it was before.
I was going off what you said. Oh my god, we are
Because I
like.
just saw, I literally only saw like one post on like YouTube, like community post, and it just says state of play for tomorrow. I'm like, oh, okay, let's see. And it's for Gran Turismo 7, which I was not aware of.
Are you sure? Just in case. I'm also just doubling checking.
It just says it's on February the 2nd, which, I mean, for us, that's today, but of course it'll be tomorrow.
Yeah, so it's gonna be like, I guess, who knows, Gran Turismo, yay! So actually, Gran Turismo is not a bad game, but like that's not what we thought was gonna be shown,
No.
because of insider knowledge, from Mike here. Clearly we got the
I'm
wrong.
very smart.
Yeah,
So
so
it's like,
those of you who were
apparently,
typing in the comment section, being like, "That's only Gran Turismo." Okay, yep.
I mean, if they show off more, then cool. If it's only Gran Turismo, I'm cool for it. I mean, they're gonna have, sooner or later, they'll have like something else coming out. I mean, around when E3 should be happening, they'll probably have their own like little conference and stuff. State of Play is live in 8 hours, so yeah, we'll probably have to see it like later on. But we know what it is about. It's about Gran Turismo 7.
Yeah,
Uh,
guys, Gran Turismo 7.
I'm sorry about that. I did not know.
Yeah, I'll pin a comment. Don't
Uh,
worry.
uh,
Maybe I'll just write. I'll put on Twitter or something like, oh yeah, or we kind of like messed up.
we kind of did, yeah.
All right, but to make up for that mistake, let's talk about something else that happened throughout the week.
Week,
Week.
yeah.
Yeah. This is your stage, Mike. This is
Yeah.
you.
So
Go ahead.
Pokemon Legends Arceus came out this week,
Yeah, woo! The crowd goes wild. Woo!
and it's a good game. Shocker! It's a good game. I mean, last time I was talking about Pokemon, I was talking about Pokemon the remakes.
Mm-hmm.
I think I said it was a 7 out of 10. Yeah. Opinions change. 4 out of 10 for me now. Doesn't really hold up at all to once when I, because I was kind of looking through it for a gold tinted lens, almost like nostalgia kind of. But this game, I'd say it's like a 8 out of 10, almost approaching a 9.
8 out of 10.
Good
8 out of
game.
9. Yeah.
Has actually like a fun like gameplay loop, I guess. You go around like
Mhm.
I guess semi open world areas
Yep.
within the region,
Mm-hmm.
and you complete the Pokédex. But instead, in this game, instead of just catching the Pokemon and that's it, it's like each Pokemon has specific things you need to do, like capture, maybe for instance, Starly, capture it 15 times. or see it do this move 5 times. And it's kind of like it's that with like almost every single Pokemon, and it's like maybe if the Pokemon is an evolved Pokemon or a Pokemon that's like I guess it's not something that's like I guess weaker or stronger like stronger Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
It would have like harder objectives to get. And I don't know. I enjoyed the like overall gameplay loop. The story thus far is good. I haven't finished it. I mean, I've been just for the most part just been doing the gameplay, just grinding it out, having fun.
Yep.
So far, it's fine. It's more from what I've like gathered it so far.
Yep.
It's more like character driven, and it's because it's like there's an overall story of you completing the Pokédex, but you're doing stuff with other characters and whatnot.
Yep.
And they have their little some characters. I mean, one character had almost like a little mini arc, I would say, but it's like you and your character interacting with others. This game, because like Pokemon recently has had a big problem with like their main characters and supporting characters not showing any emotion. Then in this game, even though some people say it's a bit lifeless, there's like the characters are emoting almost in every single piece of dialogue, and it's like added on with them using slang and other like kind of like different dialogue kind of choices
Yep.
to make it feel more alive. Like one of the characters, there's a guy like one of the characters interacts with. His name is Benny, and he's like, "Benny, old chum, I want could I have this or something?" And it's like makes it feel slightly more lived in, if you know what I mean.
Yep. Yep.
Like it's more immersive.
Yep. I'm sorry,
the
I'm
thing
not
that-
that commenting that much. I just haven't played it yet, so I'm just like
He hasn't played
listening
it.
a lot. Yeah.
But the game overall is a fun game, in my opinion.
That's good.
It's gameplay is fun. It's like just being in an open world, running around, catching Pokemon, running away from Pokemon because, funnily enough, if you don't run away, some can actually do damage. Like once I was knocked out because 4 big ass Pokemon cornered me,
Yep.
and I basically just got stun locked, and I got knocked out, which is actually interesting because when you get knocked out, you lose some of the items you're holding because this game you don't have infinite space in your backpack. You have a number
Yep.
number of spaces you can hold stuff, so you lose some of it. But the thing is, someone else who's playing the game can recover your stuff,
Yep.
and then they're rewarded with points.
Mm-hmm.
And you can do the same thing with other
Yep.
players. Like you can, like for instance, I recovered like when I was first playing the game for the first time. I found like these people's they call them satchels. So I went up and I picked it up. I didn't know what it was. I was like, "Oh, what's this?" I thought it was like a mission or something. I picked it up, and I realized it's for a different player. And since I picked it up, I got these points, which then I can use at a specific store to get like new moves, items, and it's kind of like a more, I guess, like it's like an interesting thing. Like, hey, do this, and you get rewarded for it.
Yep.
It might be hard because like there's also because. Why did a person die? Well, it's probably hard Pokemon around those areas, so you gotta be careful yourself.
Yep.
But it's like, yeah. I also like that fact that you can get like damaged and whatnot.
Yeah, that's
The
really
funny-
interesting.
The funniest thing though is when if you try to swim,
Mm-hmm.
it looks like yes I can swim, and then your character's after like 2 milliseconds like no I can't, and then he drowns, and then you're basically
yes.
a one shot. Like you're a one shot
Mm.
after that, so you have to be really careful. Some Pokemon, just to make the game more immersive, some Pokemon aren't scared of you. Some are. Some will attack you if they see you. So it's like you have to stay hidden sometimes, throw balls. Like in this game, you have to use the grass to hide away from certain Pokemon instead of like Pokemon being in the grass.
No, but that sounds like
Yeah.
great. It sounds like they put in a lot of effort and way more stuff than like how from their previous one, and like they actually evolved it since their last.
Okay, so I've been kind of like praising the game so far. Let's talk about a bit of its, I guess, shortcomings or negatives.
All right. I gotta hear this.
Graphics. It is severely lacking. Pokemon has always been lacking in graphics.
Is it because like you've been playing it mostly handheld? Have you played it on the big screen as well?
It looks worse on the big screen.
Really?
I think it's just our TV. Because
the TV. Fair enough.
I mean, it looks sharper on the LCD, like display
Mm-hmm.
on the Switch, but on the TV,
Yeah.
You know, when I say you can see the pixels, you can see the pixels from like
Oh
2 meters
no.
away. I like playing on the handheld; it looks much
Mm.
cleaner. And also on the when you put on
Yeah.
the dock, you can overheat. I've noticed sometimes, which is a bit strange because on handheld it
Mhm.
actually doesn't. But no, but
Mhm.
discarding that, it goes for it. I like the art style, but like the graphical fidelity is kind of off. It's like because it looks like it's trying to go for like a Breath of the Wild kind of look,
Mm. Yep, I
but
have seen
if
that.
you play Breath of the Wild, Breath
It
of the Wild
looks
looks
still better.
better. Yeah, if they make a game like this and they improve on the graphics,
Yep.
I think more people would like it. Another thing, if you'd make the game a bit more life full, like
Yeah.
even though there's Pokemon that are living in it and they're interacting sometimes, I'd like to see Pokemon maybe interacting with each other like they do in Pokemon Snap.
Yep.
Because I see Pokemon sometimes just run into the water and it looks like they're drowning themselves, and I'm just like, you right there, buddy? Like, you know what I mean? Like maybe have like a
Yeah,
bit
but
more
Pokemon Snap's
animations.
really cool.
Yeah, that game looks that
So
game
good.
because it's just like you're just taking photos. It makes every like bit of it look
Yeah,
like
I played it. I just
like
gotta play it more. I haven't.
same, to be honest. I haven't touched it, to be honest. But it's like yeah, I mean, like even though they've because another I guess thing there's only 250 Pokemon out of the 900 they have now, and the reason is because they've added in all these new animations so they look more
Are you talking
like
about Pokemon
lived in the
Snaps
world.
or like the new one? Oh, the new one.
The new one,
Yep, yep.
so they look more lived in the world,
Mhm.
which is a good thing. But I'd like to see them since they really now have these animations.
Life They're gonna have more life serves.
Maybe you never know, but like if they choose to make a game similar to this, because when we saw the trailer, because it was like it was them opening a book and it was like books underneath, so it
Right,
clearly
right.
looked like
So,
they wanted to make more.
yep,
But
I
it's
got you.
like if they want to make more, it's like if they add more Pokemon and
Mhm.
just because you know how I said they made new animations,
Yep,
keep those animations, add more Pokemon, add more new animations,
yep.
and you just have maybe like double like
Yeah.
like
See, my question
Pokedex.
is like,
It'll be
uh,
fun. It'll be
like,
more like
play. Sorry, not PlayStation. What am I saying? Um, Pokemon hasn't been known for updating its game until like the last ones where they added DLC.
DLC. Yeah,
Mm,
they don't usually update.
mm.
People are. I heard some people they want them to add DLC because the game is just
Yeah.
fun, and it's like I wouldn't be I wouldn't be declined if they do. Yeah, add some DLC. Why not?
Yeah,
But
but
it's
like, do you think
like
it's paid DLC, not free updates? That's what I mean.
that I'm not sure. Their
Mm.
last DLC was paid, and funnily enough, when before they even made it, like a couple of years back, someone asked if they'd ever do DLC, and they said no.
Right.
But honestly, I think it's better than them making a third game and then someone replaying basically almost the entire similar
Right.
game,
Yep.
just have a bit of extra content. But it's like if they want, I mean, free DLC would be the best. But like if it's paid DLC, there'd probably be like like a slight increase in quality,
Yep.
if you know what I mean.
Yep. Yep.
Because like some free DLC, it's not as great as like the paid ones, you know. So it's like if I have to pay for DLC and it's good, then it's good. Because Sword and Shield, one DLC package sucked,
Mhm.
and the other one was amazing. So it's like, you know,
Yep. Yep.
it's like if they just do more of this and add it, it'd work well.
Mhm.
Because like the environments they give you, they're not small, they're big. It's filled with Pokemon, and if you're not careful, you will get wrecked basically.
Yep.
If they just do more of that in different, because this one, it's you know how we had the remakes.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
It's the same region, just based in like the olden times.
Right. Right. I
They
get
do
you.
that similar vibe just in other games, and kind of just like expand on it and make it more better.
Mhm.
It could really catch on, in my opinion.
Okay.
But the thing is, because this seems like almost like a spin-off kind of game, like a
Mhm.
side game.
Yep.
They must because this was made by the people who made Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, like a younger
Yep.
team, a younger,
Yep.
more youthful team.
Yep.
When they make the next generation, I would be very disappointed if they do not include at least some of the elements from this game. Because this game, like, because even the battling system in this game is different. It's not turn-based anymore. It's more like, depending on certain elements, you could go like two, maybe even three times, and the enemy can go like maybe one, once, twice, and multiple enemies can gang up on you, like multiple Pokemon, and that it also changes up how many turns you have depending on how much turns they have. And it's like, okay, if they want to implement that in the newer game, and since I know this is a side game, but if they include it into the newer entries of Pokemon, it will spice things up. It would
Yep.
make it, because this game is the most innovative they have so far,
Yes, I
and
can
it's
see
not that
that. I
hard
can
to
clearly
make it
see that.
innovative. It's like really not hard. So it's like, just bring some of those elements into the new games, because this game honestly, it knocks it out on the gameplay. Some of the new elements, because they also added some, like, because they remove some stuff, like you don't have abilities in the game, but they make up for it. You have an easier way of upgrading your Pokemon stats comparative to like
Yep.
other games, so it's more streamlined. And this game has side missions, objectives, other things you can do, and it feels more immersive. If you include stuff like that into the main games, you got a recipe for something. You got something
Yeah,
going there.
no,
Yeah,
definitely, definitely. I see like a lot of people saying this is a very good game. This is very, very good. All that
it's a good
stuff.
game. For me, it's
And
like a
all
good.
this changing and all that. Yeah,
I see it as
totally
like a good
different.
foundation.
Yep.
If they want to improve upon it, that's when they can hit the nines and maybe the 10 out of 10s. You know what I mean?
Right, right.
Like I
No,
see
I
some
get you. I
people
get you. I
rate it
feel you.
higher, some people rate it lower than how I've kind of rated it.
Yep.
But it's like, if you do it better, and I haven't finished the game. Maybe there's still stuff I haven't like
Yeah, yeah.
seen yet.
I get you. I get you. All right.
If they boost it, they can do. I feel like they could knock out of the park. But
All
yeah,
right,
that's
maybe you
kind of
can
it.
give
Yeah,
us more next week for
yeah, maybe.
Pokemon
Why
when
not?
you play it more, and maybe I play it also as well.
Yeah, why
But I
not?
want to ask you a quick question.
Yeah, sure.
Should our viewers purchase Pokemon Arceus? No, I'm joking. It's Arceus.
So yeah, Pokemon Legends Arceus. If
Arceus. Arceus.
because this game has like
So should
basically
they
the
purchase
most.
it? That's the real question.
Okay, well, let me. Okay, if you value just a quick kind of game, like a quick Pokemon game where you can just like kind of streamroll through it, you're not gonna like this game. You're not. I'm gonna tell you now, you're not gonna like this game. If you like a game where you're gonna take along, you're gonna do side things. You're gonna just capture lots of Pokemon, fight lots of Pokemon, do lots of different things, finish the story, and then still have a bunch of stuff to do because you still have to
Yep,
complete the
yep, yep, yep,
Pokédex.
yep.
You're gonna have a great time.
So is that a yes or
Uh,
no?
So in my personal recommendations, you should get the game, but
And then refund.
like kind
No,
of
I'm joking.
no, but it's a kind of like, see what you want to do with it. Like if this is kind of the Pokemon game for you, go get it because most people it is, and they've been enjoying it.
All right,
It's not
that's great to
perfect,
hear.
but it's great.
Yeah, that's great to hear. Yeah, it sounds like a fun game that is innovative on an original concept of Pokemon. Yeah, a
Yeah.
Bidoof there. Get yourself a
Yeah,
Bidoof.
Bidoof.
Yeah, but like, all right, guys. Yeah. So, with just a quick sentence, I would like to apologize for the Gran Turismo part. Yeah, that was really bad. Like,
At
don't
least we
worry,
didn't
our
go
podcast is
on to
known for
that.
being scuffed. GBB, Garlic Red Brigade, is known for being scuffed.
But at least we didn't go too long on that like point. We went through kind of quickly in comparison to like
Pretty much,
the other
pretty
topics. Yeah.
much, pretty much. All right,
Yeah.
Pokemon Game of the Year. Is it?
Some people
though?
actually thinking. Some people think it can be. Funnily enough, I don't think it would be.
I mean, like,
Maybe for
think
like
about
one of the
this.
categories, but
It's the
like
game of January.
yeah, it's only January and
No, it's the game
hint
of January.
hint. What's the word? Pokemon Day is on February, and they might announce more stuff there. So
Hint,
we'll see.
guys. Hint.
Hint,
Hint. Yeah. All right. So that's pretty much. We don't have any more things to discuss.
yeah.
Yeah. So we're gonna end this episode. So yeah, we got like a huge shout out to our dude. Oh, I was gonna shout out someone, but I don't have anyone to shout out. Yeah. So we're gonna actually shout out. No, we don't have anyone to shout out.
Okay. I don't know where you're going with this, to be honest.
No, I was trying to shout out someone just to make it sound cool. Yeah, huge shout out to Mike. Yeah, what a great guy, and huge shout out to Sam. What a great guy as well. Hey,
Okay.
wait, that's me. Yeah, so I'm shouting out myself. That's great. Yeah, so happy Chinese New Year's to all. Happy Year of the Tiger for you. Hopefully, year 2022 is prosperous. Hopefully, 2022 is better than all the
Last
other
year.
previous years. Yeah.
Like, subscribe,
Yeah,
turn
like,
on
subscribe. I
notifications.
don't want to be that guy, but like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. If you do, Mike will come to your house, and personally notify you that our video is live. Um,
Yeah.
yeah. And is yeah, have a
I guess
wonderful
that's it.
day. And yeah, if you're listening to it while driving the road, like, hopefully our rant did not distract you too much. Yeah. So this is more of a kind of like a rant episode. We're ranting on like some stuff, but yeah, hopefully you like that change of pace, and then we brought it back to how it usually is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
All
mean,
right. See you guys.
alright, see yous.
Bye.
Goodbye.